begin with, you're going to preheat your oven to 450 bake, and you're going to put it in the, when they're done, you're going to put them in this kind of middle.
The middle section, okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Rack
middle
area.
top, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll need 2 cups of self-rising flour.
Okay.
And a little more than a cup of oil.
A little more?
Just a little more.
Not a cup and a half?
No,
Not exactly? Okay.
About a quarter. You said
Okay.
But it's a little more.
Oh, you said less, okay.
About a little more than a quarter cup.
Quarter
Just
cup, okay.
A little more than a quarter cup. And then we've got the baking grease that we've saved and melted in the microwave.
It was mentioned if you don't have bacon grease that you can use the oil. What, just kind of vegetable oil?
Just
or
vegetable
any
oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could use butter.
Okay.
Butter
okay.
makes it flakier and be generous with the butter. So you could spread the melted butter on the pan and then melt the butter to coat the tops if you wanted to use butter.
Okay.
If you didn't have that. And then, and we've got milk here that is, this is approximately 12 ounces. Notice President Trump on the cup. Because I didn't have buttermilk, I put 1 teaspoon of vinegar in this cup of milk.
Oh, yeah.
And that will help to make it like buttermilk.
Oh, okay.
So about every 8 ounces of milk, 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Stir it up, let it set for about 15 minutes, and then you've got buttermilk. So then what you do, so you're going to put, Stephen, I'm going to let you do this, I'm going to do the instruction. You go ahead and put your flour in your bowl. You can set that cup aside. And then what you're going to do is you're going to alternate the milk and the oil. So it goes up, yeah.
So just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe like a...
Do I need to make like a...
No, just start in the middle and just kind of work your way in. That's good.
And just
And then-
stir it in?
And kind of stay in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
Yeah, stay in the middle. You're making like a puddle.
Okay.
And then you're going to put a little bit of that. And there's your puddle developing. A little more of that. And
Do I
just
need to
kinda-
bring the flour in
No,
with it too, or just I'm just
it'll come
stirring
in.
it in? Oh,
See how
okay.
it's bringing it in?
Oh, okay.
You're bringing it in. And this way you're...
Stirring vigorously or just...
Just like you're doing.
Okay.
Perfect. And you're just kind of stirring it in. And you're just kind of making that lump getting bigger and bigger. Kind of stay in the middle. Yeah.
In the middle? Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of to the side. Put
Oh.
your spoon in the middle of that lump. Yeah.
Okay.
And pouring that in there.
It's
Yeah,
kind
and
of
just
going away
kinda-
from
no,
it.
that's okay.
Do I just kind of bring it in?
Yeah, just stir it. It'll all come together. It'll all come together. And there we go. Just keep on going. There you go.
But staying to the center, this is all I'm supposed to do here?
Yeah, and then you see you can expand your thing to make it
Okay.
to bring it in. Yeah, see that how that's working?
Okay.
There we go. Just keep on doing that. Yeah, and now make it a little bit wider. Yeah, to get that rest of that flour in there. And you see how it's starting to look. We're going to
Okay.
add a little more milk. The oil is pretty much gone. I'm dip it in there a little more.
So you're kind of making a ball.
Making a ball. We're going to put just a little more. See, this is where you kind of eyeball it. Notice
Yeah.
I got this cup. All right, I think you got it. See that? Feel that? Stir it up just a little more so that the wetness is. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of tough a little.
Yeah.
Like
There.
that,
See how
yeah,
it's
okay.
kind of together. So the next thing we're going to do is you're going to put some flour here.
Okay.
And you want to kind of get this on your hands because you won't be touching it. That way your flour won't stick to you. Now you're going to get rid of your spoon. This spoon. Notice I've got a big spoon.
Yeah.
Bigger than like a serving spoon. I'll put
Right.
it there because you're going to need that.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're going to take your hand and scoop that all out in one big one big dough ball,
Okay.
and lay it on top of your flour. Yeah, that's good. And bring it on out.
Just right on here? Just
Yeah,
lay it
just right
on
on there.
Okay.
So this is the fun part. So now you're just going to I'm just going to kind of show you. Put you some more flour in your hand since they're
Okay.
sticky. That keeps it from sticking.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pat it. I'll let you just kind of pat it a little bit on top.
With the flour on
Yeah,
there? Okay.
just like that with what you're doing. You're just going to pat it.
Okay. Okay.
And now flip it over. Okay?
Just right on back on top? Okay.
And now we want to pat it to. I have a rolling pin, but you don't really. You can just do it like that.
You just kind of. You
Yeah.
kind of want it to just come out, just patting
Just
it
a little
naturally?
bit. Yeah.
And then just flip it over again? Or?
No, we're
Oh,
ready.
okay.
Now it's ready to cut. So that's it. You can kind of see
Yeah.
the height of it, and it's a little thicker in the middle. And as we cut, we can kind of smash it down a little more.
Okay.
So then your cutter, I've got Miss Nellie's
Yeah.
biscuit cutter that Shanna gave me.
Rest in peace.
But you can use anything. You could use a glass, you can use anything, and you could determine what size biscuit you want. You want big biscuits,
Okay.
small.
This is
You-
normally the size I like them to be anyway.
So if
About
you have
the
a cup
regular cup
or
lid
a
something.
glass,
Yeah,
you
something
can use
like
that. Okay, so now you cut it, and you cut it on the edge.
Yeah, kind of go around.
Yeah, so you want, so you
Pretty
have,
close to it.
yeah, all the way to the edge actually, because you don't want any leftovers.
Yeah.
See how that's going to be like a little leftover there? So
What,
you
in the
want to,
corner?
oh yeah, you made it. So, and you want to cut it where it's right next, so let me show you something, like this. See how you're getting right to the edge?
Yeah.
And it don't matter if it's a perfect circle, it'll kind of even out on its own. Yeah. Because if you don't, then you have all these edges that you got to put back together. So the less leftovers, the better your
I
biscuit.
don't mind the edges because they have Crispies.
But what I mean is you have to take the leftovers
Oh,
and,
and just kind of
reform
redo it again?
Right.
Oh, okay. But they're gonna leave these things though, right? Or
No, we're gonna put the leftovers in a
because like this, right? Because they're like
Oh, this is okay. The edge of the
Oh,
biscuit's
okay,
okay.
okay.
But what I'm saying is, if you say you just didn't go to
Yeah.
the edge, you'd have all this perimeter
Oh, I
that you've
see.
got to roll back in.
I see.
Yeah, just like that.
I feel like I missed some of it.
No, you won't mess it up. I put when they cook, they shape up. Don't worry about the form of it.
Dang.
It's okay. It don't matter. And we'll stop when you get that perimeter done. Because now what we want to do now is we want to put some grease in your pan.
Okay.
So this is warm enough now, so I'm just going to kind of put some grease here. We've got enough to fill about half the pan. And you just
kinda
spread it around. Halfway.
Oh, halfway. Okay.
Because if you spread it all the way, then this is just going to be burnt grease. That's
Oh,
smoking it.
okay. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I kind of spread that out a little bit over there.
Yeah, so about halfway. So now you can start putting those biscuits in. And if you need to pat your flour on your hands again, that's fine. Just to kind of keep so stuff don't stick to you. And you want your biscuits, one cook I was watching said you want your biscuits to kiss
Oh, okay.
right next to each other. And you should get 4 in this pan,
Okay.
4 at the top. Yeah, we can scoot it a little bit. And like I say, if, these biscuits, they're gonna get formed and be beautiful when they cook.
It's gonna be yummy.
I don't.
Doing great. Yeah.
Okay. So then just kind of put these in there?
No.
No?
So now
Okay.
what you're going to do is we're going to hold on to those, but you're going to pat this down just a little bit. Just a little bit because it's a little thicker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I don't add these to that?
Not yet, because you'll have some more leftovers.
Still kind of
Yeah.
going to the edge, even
Yeah.
though this is
Yeah.
going to be like a square?
Yeah, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's as edge as you
Like, I mean,
yeah,
'cause
right
even
there.
there too?
Do it. Yeah. And then just put for this, I would just put that right over the top of that. And let it be whatever biscuit is going to be. And then we'll stick that back in.
Okay, I got this little piece here.
So now, you go ahead and put those in.
Goodness gracious.
So now you're going to put them back together. And one
Kind
thing
of mush
about
'em, or?
so one thing that you want to do, because you've stirred the biscuit, the less you handle your biscuit, the better.
Okay.
So you just want to kind of get it and then let it be. And now you've got a couple of biscuits in there. Just kind of take half and half. Yeah, that'd be fine. And then you form that one by hand.
Just kind of like,
Yeah,
do
whatever.
like that.
Yeah, and then just put her in there. And the more you push on it, squeeze it, you remember there's air in it, so you
So
want
I'm
to
making
kind
it
of
like a cracker then.
yeah. Don't squish it down too much.
Even though they're not like together.
It's okay.
I'll try
That'll
that.
be
one
your
just to-
crunchies.
I'll try that.
Yeah. All
Just to
right.
see what that's like.
So there you go. Now, the next thing you do is with your spoon, you're generously just going to put some oil like that.
Okay. That too much?
No, you can never be too much.
We love butter.
Yes, you're doing great. And there you go.
That's it.
So these are your great grandmother's biscuit recipe, Rosalie Johnson.
Oh yeah?
This is what I learned from her, what I could learn from her, because she would say, when I asked her the oven temperature, she would say real hot. And I would say, how much oil? Well, just enough. And buttermilk, same thing. You put it until it's just right.
Yeah.
So you kind of had to kind of learn the
And
proportions.
it had a little bit of resistance. So say if in the mixing process I kept kind of stirring it in, would that hurt it at all, or
It
yeah,
would, because they would be tougher.
be tougher?
So what
okay.
you want to do is when you're
Just
all,
enough, I
yeah,
guess. Okay.
until the dough is formed and you've used all your oil, your milk. You notice I've got some left over. It's about 8 ounces
Okay.
is what we use, because I think this is a 12-ounce cup.
You don't want it to be wet either.
No,
Right?
you
Okay.
want it wet enough that it looks shiny and that it's all together. And you know
Okay.
how when you pulled your spoon out, how sticky it was? You want it like that.
Okay.
And then when you pull it out, it can even be stickier. It's okay, because when you put it out on the flour and you cover it, you're gonna, then that'll be fine. And you just want enough to cover it, and you want to pat it just enough to get it to height. You don't want to pat, because then you're getting the air out.
I see. Okay.
So remember, the less you handle it, the better. So
Okay.
the quicker you can. So like we did an alternation probably of about 6. If you could do it within like 4 times,
Oh,
that might
really?
be better.
Okay.
Okay, but when you do it, you'll get practice, and you'll get your own routine going.
I see. Okay.
Okay, and so what we'll do, so we've made our biscuits first. We're gonna start our sausage. When we flip our sausage, we put our biscuits in the oven, because you want your biscuits to come out right when breakfast is ready.
Okay.
Serve them hot.
All right. Well, cool. Well, that's the biscuit process.
And then your oil that you have left over, you can put it right back in. No
Okay.
problem. So what do you think?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. I think so.
Nice and hot. Nice and fluffy.
Those look good. Alright. Well, there we go.